Salman, obviously there's been a lot of talk. There's been a lot of talk about Oleksandr Usyk, Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua obviously took a loss against Oleksandr Usyk. You were obviously picking Anthony Joshua by knockout. There's a lot of talk about him changing trainer. There's a lot of talk about, Anthony Joshua fighting aggressive against Alexander Usyk. Salman, what have you made of him changing trainers? What have you made of, or not changing trainers, but he wants to bring someone in from America. He wants to go and learn. What do you make of Anthony Joshua's confidence levels? And do you think he beats Alexander Usyk in a rematch?
Personally, obviously, you can't pick him against Usyk after that first fight. Usyk won quite comfortably in the end. You can't pick Anthony Joshua in the next fight, but you can't write Anthony Joshua off, that's for sure. If Usyk, takes it lightly, this rematch, he will probably come out second best, because Anthony Joshua is not somebody you can take lightly. It's as simple as that. But if he changes his style, that's the only way he's going to win, right? He ain't going to win doing the same thing he did last time. That's for sure. He isn't going to beat Alexander Usyk by boxing. As he said in his latest interview, that's just war. It's either me or him. I either get knocked out. That's the only way he wins this fight. That's the only way he can win this fight. That's the only way he can win this fight, is if he just tees off. He just tees off, right? And he catches Usyk with something and he hurts him and wobbles him and drops him, right? Failing to do that, Anthony Joshua cannot beat him on points. We've seen that, right? He can't win this fight on points. He has to take that aggressive style, right, and think this is a 5-6 round fight. Because he'll be gassed out after 4 or 5 rounds with that sort of style Joshua will. Because his body, he doesn't have the body structure to be able to go 12 rounds fighting that sort of way, right? So that's the style he has to do. If he connects, he might be able to drop Usyk. And then he just got to try finish him off. He can't let him off the hook. That's just how I see it. If failing to do that, I think he'll get knocked out himself, because I don't think he'll have the stamina to be able to go 12 rounds against Usyk. I think Usyk will stop him this time. The only reason he got through the last fight was because he was boxing and he wasn't really there to be hit. He was fighting very cagey. But if failing to do that, I think he'll get knocked out. If he doesn't stop Usyk within 4 to 5 rounds, Anthony Joshua will probably get knocked out because he'll gas out.
Salman, what do you make of trainer and all this stuff?
Personally, maybe that might make a difference. I think personally, he needs to go with a more aggressive trainer now. He can box. Everyone knows he can box, but you've got to adapt your style to the fight. Everyone said before the fight that you can't box with this guy. If you box, you're going to come out second best. And what did he do? He boxed. And what happened? He came out second best. Simple as that. You can't box with a boxer. This isn't Andy Ruiz where you can get behind the jab and beat him. This is Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk, you've got to bring a different style, and that style was
when you say aggressive and war, how do you mean? How do you fight like that?
You just tee off. You just tee off and hope one of your shots, your money shots, land. The thing is, he was very cagey in there. It was like he was scared to be hit. He's got to fight as if it's a 3-4 round fight where he's just going for it, like the Klitschko one, where he just goes for it. Whatever happens, happens. If he gets hit, he gets dropped. That's the sort of fight it has to be to beat Usyk. He isn't going to win doing the same thing he did last time. He knows, he's learned from what he's done last time that that's not going to work. Boxing Usyk isn't going to work. The only style that's going to work is if he tees off and he lands something flush, like a clean left hook, and he spins Usyk's jaw around and wobbles him and hurts him. That's how he's going to win this fight. I'm telling you. I know how he can win this fight, but he's got to do it. He's got to go out and do it. He can't fight scared. Let's be honest. Let's really be honest. In my eyes, he fought poor against Usyk. He didn't fight like how he should have fought. Maybe that's his corner. Maybe his corner was like, box, yeah, great boxing, Josh, when he was losing all the rounds. So you've got to realise these things. Maybe he does need to look for a different trainer that's going to be honest with him in fights. That, listen, you're boxing like a clown. What you doing? Go out and take it to him. What are you messing around for? Either you get knocked out or you knock him out. But no one was there. They were just making him survive. And I don't like that sort of strategy. I want Joshua to go in there and take it to him. If he gets knocked out, he gets knocked out. Simple as.
Yeah, but it's easy saying take it to him. But like I said, he doesn't really box like that. He boxes behind the jab. He's a technical boxer.
What I mean by take it to him is be more aggressive. with the style you have. In the fight against
But
Usyk,
how? When you mean be more aggressive?
throw more punches. Throw more punches.
But
throw your punches with more mean intentions.
But what's
throw
the
your punches
issue?
just to land.
What's the issue with Anthony Joshua right now? What's the issue with him?
I personally think that he in the last fight, he looked like he was scared to take punishment.
Okay,
so
so that's a mental issue, right? That's not a technical issue. That's a mental issue, right? He's worried that he's either gonna gas or he's either gonna get knocked out. So that's a mental issue. That's not a technical issue. That's not a technical flaw. That's a mental issue. He's the only guy that can get over that. He's struggling mentally, in my opinion. So he needs to get over that. He needs to get over that. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a mental issue.
But the only way he's going to get over that, he isn't going to get over that by fighting the way he's fighting now. By just being safe. Because then he's going to lose a lot of fights. The only way he's going to get over it is if he gets into another war. And he can come over it. I can't see how you get over your... I don't see how you get over a mental issue unless you put yourself back into that situation and kind of get over that situation. Otherwise, you're always going to have that situation for the rest of your career. That's just my opinion. But, yeah.
But the thing is, since the Andy Ruiz loss, he's not been the same man. He's been more afraid. He's been, afraid to take a shot. And he's also been calculated in how many punches he throws because he doesn't want to gas. Because I don't think he wants to be knocked out again. And sometimes fighters get like that when they've been knocked out because sometimes they feel humiliated. When you get knocked out, you feel humiliated that I've been knocked out. So you don't want to ever be put back in that, or you don't ever want to be in that situation ever again.
So if that's his mindset, then against a top level fighters like Tyson Fury and Usyk, he's probably going to come up second best. I can't see him winning those fights. I wouldn't pick him to beat Fury anyways, personally. I think Fury's too good. With the Usyk one, because Usyk was obviously coming up from cruiserweight, a lot of people thought that, if Joshua was to wobble him and hurt him, he'd be able to finish him because he's a smaller weight. But the way he fought was it was disappointing.
Strange,
it was very disappointing. Even Dillian White said that he's stuck between two styles. He doesn't know what he's really doing. It's like he's not the same Joshua that it once was, that fought me. It's a different Joshua. The one that fought Klitschko, it's a different Joshua.
Yeah, because he's been knocked out, that's why.
But yeah, the only way he's going to get mentally over that is if he puts himself back in that same situation and he comes over it. Otherwise, he's in big trouble throughout his whole career. Forget the Usyk fight, because even if he loses the Usyk fight, there's still his career to go. Probably all the top guys will probably beat him then if that's his mindset, because you can't have that mindset. You can't beat Fury with that mindset, and you're not going to beat Usyk with that mindset. You've got to take it to him. You've got to take it to those guys. You can't be scared to take one back.
So I'm gonna ask you for your prediction for certain fights in the heavyweight division. And I want you to tell me who you think wins.
Yeah.
Fury v Joshua.
Fury.
How?
Probably knockout middle rounds.
Okay. Usyk v Joshua rematch.
I just think Usyk on points. I think Joshua will come out more aggressive, but I just think he'll find it hard to find him.
Wilder and Joshua.
That's a hard one at the minute, but I would actually pick Joshua, because the reason why I'm saying that is because I think obviously now Wilder has been brutally he was brutally knocked out in his last fight. We don't know where he is mentally. Whereas Joshua, he got kind of outclassed. So it's not as bad. It wasn't as bad. The defeat wasn't as where he got knocked out badly, but Wilder got knocked out badly, so we don't really know where he is mentally now. So on that basis, I think Joshua would probably beat him based on that. But then we've got to take into consideration the Oleksandr Usyk rematch with Joshua and how that goes. Because if Joshua gets knocked out badly there, then it could be in favour of Wilder then.
So what about Usyk and Fury?
I think Fury. I think Fury, because the reason why I would say Fury in that is because Fury isn't going to gas out first of all, and Fury is a way more skillful boxer than somebody like a Joshua. So he'll be able to box with Usyk.
What about Usyk and Wilder?
I think Usyk. I think Usyk.
I think that's a great fight. I think Wilder will be more dangerous for Usyk than Joshua, because Wilder doesn't gas out. Also, Wilder, you can say that he doesn't have those kind of issues where he'll be afraid to, you know, we know that Wilder has got dynamite in his hand. So if he lands, which he may do, you know, it could be all over for Usyk, you know. So
maybe.
That's a good fight, man. That's a good fight. But yeah, your final prediction for Usyk Joshua rematch.
Usyk on points. I just think Joshua will find it hard. I think he'll be more aggressive, but Usyk will just be a bit more elusive.
So you're going Usyk points?
Yep.
I'm going Oleksandr Usyk by knockout. I think Oleksandr Usyk knows he can hurt him, knows he can trouble him. I think he'll be more aggressive himself, and I think he'll force the stoppage against Joshua. But yeah, leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.